There comes a time when the past is no longer something to hide from. We've all made mistakes and faced failures, but those experiences are not chains, they're lessons. When someone brings up your past, instead of saying that was a mistake, say, I've learned from it. This small change in attitude shifts your focus from regret to growth. It means you found wisdom in your struggles and strength in your pain. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, yet he didn't let that break him. When he was freed, he didn't live with bitterness or shame. He turned his suffering into purpose and used it to inspire others. His scars became proof of his strength, not signs of weakness. In the same way, your past can become your power when you stop letting it control you. Every mistake, every failure, and every painful memory can lift you higher when you learn from them. The Stoics taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react that truly matters. When you stop seeing your past as a weight and start seeing it as a lesson, everything changes. You stop apologizing for who you were and start appreciating who you become. Everyone makes mistakes, but what separates those who stay stuck from those who move forward is mindset. Life isn't about erasing your past. It's about learning from it. Your scars don't show your weakness. They show your strength and your ability to rise again. Stoic philosophy teaches us that we can't control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Life will test us, and people may judge us for our past, but we decide how much power we give those things. When someone brings up your past, don't feel ashamed. Stand tall and say, I've learned from it. This doesn't mean pretending that everything was okay. It means accepting every part of your journey, the good, the bad, and the painful, and finding wisdom in it. Your past doesn't have to be a cage that traps you. It can be a bridge that helps you grow stronger. Every scar and failure is proof that you've survived and learned. So when someone tries to remind you of who you used to be, respond calmly. I've learned from it. Don't let them use your past as a weapon. Let it be your armor, your strength, and a sign of how far you've come. You are not your mistakes. You are who you choose to become after them. When someone tries to drag you back into your past, your first instinct might be to defend yourself or argue. But the most powerful thing you can do is stay calm and simply ask, why are you bringing this up now? This question changes everything. It takes the focus off your past and puts it on them. You're no longer reacting emotionally. You're observing the situation with control. The Stoics believe that while we can't control circumstances, we can control our reactions. By asking this question, you make the other person reflect on their motives. If they meant no harm, they might realize that bringing up the past was unnecessary. If they meant to hurt you, the question forces them to face their own behavior. It's like holding up a mirror. You make them see themselves instead of attacking you. This approach shifts the power completely. You don't need to argue or defend yourself. You've already taken control just by asking that one simple question. You regain control of any situation when you stop reacting emotionally and start responding calmly. By asking, why are you bringing this up now? You take the power away from the other person and shift the focus from your past to present. You're no longer on the defensive. You're in control of your emotions, your story, and your peace. This simple question holds great power. It makes the other person reflect on their motives and puts responsibility back on them. If they keep bringing up your past, that's their choice. But now, you decide how much it affects you. Silence is another powerful tool. When someone tries to provoke you, your first instinct is often to argue or defend yourself. But true strength comes from staying silent. In a world full of noise, silence shows control and confidence. It says, you don't have power over me. Seneca once said, the one who angers you conquers you. Every time you react in anger, you give away your peace. But when you stay calm and quiet, you keep your power. Silence doesn't mean ignoring someone. It means choosing not to be dragged into meaningless conflict. It shows emotional strength and self-control. When you stay silent, you don't waste energy on pointless arguments or on trying to prove yourself. Instead, you use that energy to grow and stay focused. Silence lets you listen to others and to yourself. It helps you see things clearly instead of through anger or fear. The Stoics believe that we can't control what happens around us, but we can always control how we respond. Choosing silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It protects your peace and shows that you're above the need for validation or approval. In the end, peace is more valuable than being right. You don't have to prove that you've changed or argue about your past. What matters is how you face it and how you carry it with strength. Your past doesn't define you. Your response to it does. So, when others try to stir chaos, let your calm and silence speak louder than any words ever could. When someone reminds you of your past, it can hurt. Maybe they mention old mistakes or a version of you that no longer exists. Your first reaction might be to defend yourself or prove that you've changed, but you don't need to. Instead, smile peacefully, knowing you've grown and moved on. You're no longer the person they think you are. You've learned from your past and let go of the emotional weight that once held you down. You don't owe anyone an explanation or proof of your growth. The people who truly see you will understand without words, and those who don't never will. Marcus Aurelius once said, asterisk, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Asterisk, this means stop trying to prove your goodness. Just live it. The more you defend yourself, the more you stay tied to your past. Instead, focus on being your best self today. Your worth doesn't come from how others see you. It comes from how you see yourself. When you stop seeking validation and trying to please others, you regain your peace and power. You no longer let their opinions control your emotions. We all have things in our past we wish were different, but Stoicism teaches us not to erase them, to accept them and move forward. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be at peace with who you are now. If someone can't see your growth, it's because they're stuck in the past, not you. As Carl Jung said, asterisk, I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Asterisk, your past doesn't define you. Your choices do. So stop explaining, stop apologizing, and live freely. You've already grown, already moved on. Now, just be who you are, calmly and confidently. True strength isn't in defending your past, but in protecting your peace. Perfection isn't the goal. Peace is. When you choose peace over validation, you become unstoppable. So smile, keep moving forward, and remember, your peace is your real power.